Hello everyone, this is Mr. Slimer here, and we continue reading Even Monsters Can Learn to Love, Chapter 11. Before we get started, please hit that like button, comment, subscribe to this channel if you guys want more creepypasta fanfictions out there. Until then, let's get started. Walking down the hall, I was led by Constance in my black and red flower dress, shadows dancing on the walls, with torches lighting it as it burnt from an oil. It always seemed to keep its light. This place must be been huge, cause every turn there was an equal amount of halls, a large room. I was across to my black heels tapped on the black marble floor as I made my way to a large oak door designed to look like they were burnt onto it, the wood. "We have arrived, my lady," Connor had said. He grasped the handle with a black single glove as a large creak emanated from the door, opening it with beholding a large dining room. Silver candles that were hanging above, it looked like, with a drip of bright red blood, disappearing just as it hit the gray metal table. 15 brass sets were set at the table with gold lining and red seats, all very places. "Are you just going to stand there?" Zago asked as from his seat. It was the larger one than the others, decorated with the mane of human bones. He motioned to the seat to the right of him. A silver plate that was unstained sat there. I rolled my eyes at his actions and took the seat next to Zago. "You look stunning tonight, dear," he purred, and looked at the many demons coming in, carrying plates of food, and other groups of them taking their seats at the table. Then the conversation started. I simply sat there and listened to many of the conversations, such as some demons would glance at me from time to time again. Once even tried to move closer to my spot, but only quickly move away from Zago's glare. Silence, his boom, after some of the conversations gotten out of hand. You looked at him at the door, hungrily wanting the food to come out. I was starving. Would he hurry up? I think, annoyed as I set my head on my palm of my hand. The sound of Zago saying something about an invasion in 2 months. How the harvest have been traded out, and you stared at something that piqued my interest. In the corner of the room was a picture of a young girl and Zago. She was right beside him. Zago was right beside her. She looked like him in the way that it was 2 small horns and a childish, sharp, toothy grin. 2 red eyes were the outline of a yellow sclera. I wonder who she is. A daughter, maybe? No, I doubt that. This guy could get a girl. But he just seemed really sweet to give me that magic book. I let out a sigh as someone was yelling at something. It did not seem to amuse me, or Zago anyway. "What about that human? She's part of our feast," it yelled, and I turned to glare in the direction of the voice. "Fucking asshole. I should tear your head off." Murdering those words, Zago smirked, knowing that I was not amused with that comment. "No, She is in fact a new subject. She'll be staying and cannot have any of it dying on me. As much as you would enjoy ripping her limbs off, Zago stated as he watched the servants filled with dishes flood the room. Asshole. I looked at him, angered that he would consider that you were nothing more than a test subject. Muttering curses under my breath, I looked at the many different platters that were placed in front of the gas. As I guessed they were, silver plates was placed in front of me, laid with the lid off. Heart, liver, arms, and a torso of a human body parts were on the plate. I felt like I was going to throw up, but looking down at my own plate, it looked like it had a hamburger and some kind of black leaf salad. Okay, I said, picking up the fork. Taking a glance, I saw only one thing that seems to be more human parts than most. His skin was bare, with white eyes that were gagged or bulged out, unfortunately. He has long blonde hair, long bone-like claws, grabbing a fork for its mouth too wide. It took a chunk of flesh out of its arm. You look quickly back down at the plate and listen to the sounds of ripping, tearing flesh running through the hall. Cutting the hamburger in half, I took an unsharing bite. Zago ate his own meal. It was black heart that looks like it was croaked with white lines pulsing from it. Not bad, I thought, as I savored the rich flavor of the meat, as I heard Zago snicker as I finished the meaty hamburger and stared at the black leaf salad. What are you laughing about? I asked, and he smirked, still staying silent. Grumbling, I took a bite of the salad. It was really earthy, with a strange, pleasant crunch to it. The leaves were swollen in the light. Now that it was a ring fire in front of the room, flames flickered and cast shadows dropping from blood that came from the chandelier. It looked like kind of cool in my own way, as they would change shapes from time to time again. Savoring the taste, I finished as I watched as the plates were taken away from my seat, and many others already finished would bow and gesture to Zago, who would have waved them off and watched them as they all leave. I and him were the only ones left in the room of the horror beauty. You may go, Eve, Zago said as I nodded, standing up from my seat. I will take you back to your room, madam, Connor said as I could feel the gaze of Zago on my back as I went to my room.